start introducing yourself. Stand up. Start here, Brazilian girl.
My name is Idalia. My company is Idalia Groomer. I work at my home with my dog. My
name is Tracy. I work for someone called Supply.
All right.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Hubbard, grooming from BB's Pet Grooming in Texas.
Thais, you are very ashamed. But she's Thais.
I'm Thais from Brazil, and I work at Hollywood House. My English is
I'm Karen West. I'm from Pennsylvania. I own the mobile pet spa, so I have a van and do the mobile things. So
great.
Hi, I'm Marian Sylvania, and my company is My Best Friend's Groomer, and I'm from Spring Hill, Florida.
Wow. Do you speak in Portuguese right now?
No. That's all I had. Hi everyone, my name is Glennie, and I'm from Dunedin, Florida, like the Tampa area, and I work for Royal Pets.
Okay.
She's lucky.
You almost gave me a heart attack when you came with 3 dogs. I said, "Oh my God!" Then I realized that service dog.
That's us. Yeah. I'm Jennifer Harmon from Pet Styles by Jennifer in Dunedin, Florida. This is Whisper, my poodle.
A small poodle. A really small poodle.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I live in Yankee, Largo, Florida. I work at Barclays, and my boss's name is Olaf. Hello, my name is Natasha. I work with Jennifer at Pet Styles. Hi, Jennifer. This is Tad, the one that kicks people.
Annette. Annette, please.
I'm Annette, from Panama, but I'm the owner of Fusion Pet Styles, and I bought Yogi today, so Josh can work on her.
Yay!
Okay, you
I'm Maria from San Agustin, Florida, and I work at my house in Beach Florida.
Hi everybody, I'm Connie Carter, and I own Gorgeous Growlers Grooming in Wesley Chapel, Florida.
Oh, cool.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm from Clearwater, Florida, and I work at the Hairy Hound.
Hi, I'm Ruth. I own the Hairy Hound.
Hi, I'm Chudisky Rosa. I'm actually from Fairy Tales Pet Grooming. Kissimmee.
Mr. Luis.
Luis Santi from Kissimmee, 5 Paws and Yola Pets. Thank you.
The boss.
Yeah, the boss.
That's the boss.
Yeah, the boss. Yeah, I'm Elba from Yola Pets and 5 Paws also. And these are my staff.
Yeah. I'm Marieli. I'm her staff.
Evelyn.
Are you
Christina, 5 Paws.
Yeah.
I'm Lena. I do dog grooming from home in Kissimmee.
All right. And you?
I'm Janet. I have my own business, Loving Care Pet Salon in the girlfriend, and she's the best.
Oh, yeah. She's really.
Wow. I'm Marley from Oakland Park. I own Canine Beach. He's the best.
I know this guy.
I'm William. I own Canine Beach as well. Park. Yeah.
The next. Oh, sorry.
I'm Heather. I own Cute and Fluffy Pet Grooming in Claremont, and we got Ty and Bree, and they all work for me.
Oh, but doesn't matter. Stand up.
I'm Ty.
You're so ashamed.
I'm Brianna.
Don't say cute.
And you?
I'm Kitty, and I work for Aussie Pet Mobile, so it's also mobile. So.
All right. And?
I'm Chastity, and I work for the Furry Dog.
Okay, that's faster.
I'm Sue. I also work for
Okay, you so you introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
I'm Kathy Lund with Broadway Pet Grooming Spa in Claremont, Florida. And Lily is one of my groomers.
Okay, all right, so find your place. And now, no, I will do this. Great. Introduce yourself.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ray Guzman. I'm from Precious Paws in Kissimmee.
All right, that's great. And you too.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Ed Valle. I'm from Precious Paws.
All right. So I'm missing you. You and you and you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Susana Ocio. I'm from Venezuela and I used to work there.
All right.
Good morning. My name is Limaris, the Groomer Academy, and she's part of our staff.
Vanessa.
She's Vanessa. And you?
Hi, my name is Alba. I'm from Pompano and I'm the groomer at Crystal Lake Animal Hospital.
I'm missing your partner, the mom.
Yeah, she's coming later. She's on training right now.
Okay. All right. All right. So, and now I will.
Oh my God.
I will introduce Mr. Joshua. I will read for you because I can't memorize all his resume. He's an international groomer. He's our partner. Okay. Reference. It's our reference groomer. Oh, sorry.
I love you.
Pat Stein is instructor for the Institute of Technical Arts, Orlando, Florida. Pat Stein, instructor for the Merrifield School of Grooming, Fort Lauderdale. National Certified Master Dog Groomer from the National Groomers Association of America. A nationally ranked Pat Stein competitor. Current student of the International Society of Cosmetology. Canadian massage therapist from Abundant Life Message. President of Ligato. Ligato, sorry. No, this goes to leak. USA. Founder and president of Groom Team Puerto Rico. Founder of Groom Team Ligato. Okay, please, Joshua.
Oh wow, I got music and everything. How's everybody doing? Sorry. How's everybody doing? Alright. Everybody's not asleep yet, right? What did everybody come here for today? It's a general question. Awesome. Education. You guys want to improve your skills, right? You want to get better. You want to be faster. You want to make more money, right? And we want to see what Hydra's all about on top of it all, right? So what not a better way to push through education, which is kind of what you saw. This is how we're going to go about it. I've been teaching for quite some time. I fell in love with teaching. This is kind of like my new passion. I love grooming. I love to groom, but as soon as I got into teaching, it was a whole nother ballpark. So I fell in love with teaching. And my goal throughout teaching and with my experience in the industry is progression and the evolution is very stalled, very slow. I notice more our products are moving quicker than the groomers. If you guys haven't noticed, the products are always changing, always moving, and we're kind of, just kind of hanging back and letting the products take us on. So what we're going to do with Hydra is we're going to clash those two together, and we're going to create product awareness, product application, and we're also going to make your job a little easier at work. So there's a lot of things in the making. What we want to do is be able to show you guys not only how to use the product, apply the product, and be aware of what's in the bottle. A lot of us go about, oh, this person said this shampoo works, so we're going to use it. You read the bottle, you kind of think you know what's on the bottle, but you really don't. You're just looking for what you don't want in the bottle, which, number one thing is alcohol. Hydra, Megamazon specifically. There's a natural form of alcohol and artificial form of alcohol. Artificial form of alcohol, we can't get around alcohol. It's just one thing. There's going to be some products that has to have alcohol. Natural form of alcohol is the best form of alcohol. So it's the least harsh for the coat and the skin. Our job is to let you be aware of that, also with the quality. So the quality, everything in Hydra, Megamazon, Beeps, is all focused on skin and prevention. So instead of tackling what the source of the problem is right then and there, we're not only tackling that, but we're tackling future problems angles, things of that nature. So my goal today is for everyone out of here to walk away with one thing. We go to seminars a lot, we retain a lot of information, and most of the time we walk out completely forgetting it all. So if you guys looked in your folder, there's some key points I put in there I'm going to go over in detail, but these are the key points in your folder you're going to be able to walk away with, because we all do it. We all go back, we get that dog, oh my god, I get to do the Asian face. What number did he use on the face? What did he do? I can't remember. There's always something, right? So those are the key points where today is pretty much critical. When you leave, it's going to be easy to remember.
It's behind the schedule, the handout.
And as well in there, as well as the schedule. So you guys have rides or carpooling or anything like that. Everything's pretty much, we're going to try to stay on schedule. Of course, not everything's perfect. So we're going to do our best accommodating for the schedule. So before I get it into the rest of the PowerPoint, I just wanted to let you guys know I really appreciate everybody coming. This is the first time I think anybody's ever done anything like this of this nature. So I appreciate everybody's support, and I hope after the seminar is over, you guys come to the next one, which will be in May. So keep that in your schedules. So I'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to grab my dog, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some prep work. When do we go to a seminar and learn prep work? We always, we go and we see these fancy poodles, and we don't have those clients in the shop, right? It's reality. It's nice to go and see and continue your education, but my goal and my structure, my foundation is to make sure you guys improve your skills on an everyday basis in the grooming shop. It's not about competition grooming. It's not about all this credentials that I have and I want you to be the same, and to me that doesn't make you the best groomer. The best groomer is your client relations, the way you treat the dog, handle the dog, and your time efficiency. So if you guys don't know how much time you should be spending on prep work, I'm going to show you. If you guys don't know or think you know how to wash or prep a dog, I'm going to show you. If you already do, I'm going to show you how to do it quicker, better, or a different way. So there's not always one way to learn something. There's always multiple ways. So keep an open mind. I know some of the stuff is going to be, oh, I already know how to do the nails. I already know how to do the prep work. So bear with me. I'm going to kind of speed through that part. But the most important part is the product application, which is what I'm going to show you today. This is Troy. He's a giant schnauzer. Everybody knows it's a mini, right?
Could be, right?
Troy is a wannabe show dog. I say that because he never finished. He's more of a pet. He was on the show circuit, but my mother fell in love with him, so he can't go on crates and dog shows and stuff like that. He has to be treated like royalty. So his show career is over, which is why he has no beard. And also, how many clients do we have with schnauzers? They say, cut the beard, and we're like, you don't want to cut the beard. It's kind of like, oh, big no-no. So this was a lot of fun for me, first of all. And I want you guys to be a little bit more open-minded, too, as far as dogs and how to see it. And this is his story. So he's not hand-stripped. He used to be. And I'm going to explain why he still kind of looks like he is hand-stripped.
Yeah.
But still comes out. So it's a little secret to that. So here's the Hydra line. We have Moist. When she was talking about earlier, we need feedback. We need to communicate, interact with the groomers. One thing I noticed is the labeling. So we're going to work on the labeling. Moist, what do you think of?
Nasty word.
Yeah.
Hydrating, right? I'm not gonna keep going. But moist, and there's something that comes to mind, but I want to start with moist. Moist is not what you read. It's not what you read. It's actually your everyday shampoo. It's your every dog, everyday shampoo. This product is, how do I call it? Quality is the best word. Let's use quality. Use quality. So what do I mean by quality? Next time I want you, when you guys go to your shop, I want you guys to grab all your shampoo bottles, look at the labels. I want you to grab those ingredients and just Google search it. We got Google nowadays. You don't have to get all this fancy stuff or go to school for canine cosmetology. You can just Google these ingredients. And you can discover for yourself what makes these products different. Why do you want to be using a safe, quality shampoo every day on a dog? A dog is black, eventually it's going to turn gray. From what? Alcohol. Okay, so moist, natural form of alcohol, very little. It's not a lot of water in there either. And there's 30% more in the gallons. So these gallons are not really 1 gallon bottles. It's actually 30% more volume in the gallon. So the price is a little bit more up, but you get more product. It's also 10-to-1. I'm going to explain the 10-to-1 and the 4-to-1 and the no dilution. So we're going to learn that. Moist, everyday conditioner. We also have conditioner. We do have them now in the smaller bottles as well. Whitening. Whitening is a product we have a hard time finding.
You must love yourself so much because you just went back to
Let's try it this way. Whitening, it's really hard to make a product that whitens without killing the coat or the skin. So this is another product that we offer, an odor neutralizer. Exactly what it says. This will get the worst cock rot right out.
Okay, what if you have a French bulldog in your house that actually is having like, kind of like almost like yeast going on, but it's not like reddish, but it's like always yellow inside of it. Would you take it out because it actually has a smell to it?
Okay, so
Well, it doesn't smell like yeast. It smells like something different. Like
it's raunchy. It's raunchy.
Raunchy? Okay. What is? I don't even know how to say it.
It's raunchy. That's the best word I like to use for nastiness.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know what it is. We're groomers. We're not vets.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to diagnose.
Is it safe for it at least?
Yeah, it's a saline solution. So there's no harm you're gonna do to the dog. You know, you accidentally, you shouldn't be squirting it in the face. I'm gonna show you how to apply it. God forbid it does get in the eye. It's not gonna do damage, burn the cornea or anything like that. But that problem is most over the moisture that stays in the dog.
Yeah.
So your goal with those dogs is to dry that area out over the course of time. And
It looks like it's really dry, but it's like all like yellow and stuff, and it's like sticking out like almost like pine needles in a way.
It's moist. It's moist. It's staying moist.
It's really
And as much as you dry the area, it's gonna stay moist. The best way to dry it up and ensure you're gonna dry it up is baby cornstarch or baby powder or some type of medicated, even ear powder will work. As long as you don't get into the eye when it comes to ear powder.
Yeah.
But my suggestion is baby cornstarch. Can't go wrong with that. The powder absorbs the moisture. You just want to get that dry. At the same time, you want to be cleaning it and not just getting the smell. So that's the difference. So if you're using, that's why I wouldn't suggest extra soft. I'll go over what that is. Extra soft cleans, but the bacteria still stays behind. And then if there's moisture and bacteria, the problem never gets solved. So you have to dry it up. That's the focus. And then the yellowness will go away, the raunchiness will go away, and you can work with that. But brachycephalic dogs, bulldogs, pugs.
So is it antibacterial?
It's not an antibacterial, but there is ingredients in here that prevent future skin problems. So this attacks the skin, it goes to the skin, cleans whatever's there. It's not an antibacterial, but it's a great cleaner and deodorizer.
Yeah, it's amazing. Even my vet asked me, "What are you using on your bulldog?" I'm like, well,
You'll Google some of the ingredients in here and you'll see for yourself. what I mean. So the best way to do it is not squirting the dog. You want to, hopefully the hotel doesn't see that. You want to put some in a cotton ball, get it nice and drenched, and you want to get in between the wrinkles and clean it. I got a French Bulldog. There's really no way of washing the face without it drowning in water, right? So when I figured out what this was best used for, that kind of saved my life. So put some on the cotton ball, get in the wrinkle, and dry it out. That's the goal. Dry it out for these problems is the moisture.
You don't have to rinse it?
You don't have to rinse it. You can leave it there. It can dry up like that if the dog doesn't have any, severe wrinkles in there. You can do it. It's not bad. Also, you're difficult dogs. I have a pit bull. I cannot wash her face for the life of me at all. So I use this. Gets the smell out, cleans it really good. I know, buddy. I know. Just another hour. So difficult dogs.
How long does that bottle last for?
Depends how many difficult dogs it brings. But for mine, she gets, as responsible as I want to sound, and maybe every 2 weeks she gets a bath. So I have the same bottle I had. It's been a couple months.
Joshua, you don't have wipes of that product?
No, but that's very good feedback.
Yeah.
Very good feedback, and before you know it, you never know. You might just see
You know what they are doing in Brazil? Why?
Wipes.
But not for Hydra, he's a veterinarian.
Okay, it's the PS.
But it's a good feedback.
Alright, so everybody understands iron face cleaner. You get that, boogers, difficult dogs, brachycephalic dogs. So ear cleaner, duh, how do we use that? I'm not gonna really go through that. Or should I? Okay.
If it's really dirty.
I already cleaned his ears, but in a nutshell, you want to put it on a cotton ball, get in there and clean it. You want to be careful with Q-tips. A dog's ear canal is not like ours. Ours goes in and then down. So you stick a Q-tip in there too deep, you rupture your eardrum. Very hard for us to get ear infection because of the design of our ear. So it goes in, eardrum, and then down. A dog's is down. In. So whatever stays in there, water, dirt, whatever, it's going to cause ear infections. So the great thing about this is we're going to fix the label. It has to say flushable. So there's 2 ways to use this, which is great. I love a flushable ear cleaner. I like to do it in the bath. I like to squirt the ear, massage the ear, break the cotton ball up. See, a lot of people grab a nice big jumbo, and then we try to shove it in there, and it doesn't go in there. Yeah, you might feel it with your finger, but it's not really going in there. So I grab the cotton ball, and I separate it. I shove the cotton ball, the first small one, in there. I know it goes in there because I lose it. And then you're like, oh my God, right? Stick it in there. Oh my God. I actually forgot to take it out one time on a dog. I had to call the client and say, hey, can you pull that cotton ball? So you shove the first one in, then you shove the next one in. And while you're washing the dog, you just leave that in there. So when you're done, you pull the cotton ball out, and voila, your ear is cleaner than it would ever be. So it's a different way to do it. Also saves you time. So you're not at the table. You can do it while you're at the bath. So that's how you use the ear cleaner. It is flushable, and it is very cost effective or efficient. Detangling demat spray. So your prep work, you're gonna use the detangling spray for, now this is great, it says Ultra Detangler and Dematting Spray. So you got those big solid mats. I sent Angelica a video, it should be coming out, hopefully, I didn't do it for no reason. It should be coming out, explaining how to use it for severe matting. Okay, it's coming out, good. And it's gonna, I basically do it on this dog. This dog was extremely matted. He went a very long time without grooming. Sorry, it's okay, we all do it. And it was very bad. And if I would have taken it to any groomer, they would have shaved it. So I figured, what not best way to test a product and a company that I work for, right? So I want to make sure that I don't just work for this company, I support this company. So I want to make sure that everything I say buy works, right? So I used it on him. It's extremely matted. You want to spray just like you would any other dematting. Put it to the mat, spread it with your fingers, and you work it from the outside in. We always go down to the root. You know, like when your boss is not looking, you're like yanking with the cone.
Yeah, I know.
Look at Ruth over there. Yeah. Just kidding. Well, sometimes we'll yank them. I'll be honest, we'll yank them. Anyway, so you want to go from the outside in. You want to break it up, break it in there, and then it comes right out. But if it doesn't come right out, you grab your dryer, while the product's on the wet mat, and you want to blast your mat and slowly separate it. What that does is pushes the product, right here, pushes the product through the mat. So
Even if it's
when you
too close to
spray,
the skin?
huh?
Even if it's too close to the skin?
Even this dog was pelted.
Like you could take a 40 and pelt it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pelted. Pelted. I said, no way, I want to do an Asian on you. So I made sure, and it was the best time to actually test this product and see how good it is. So we have detanglers, we have dematters out there. They get the mat out. They have silicone, all kinds of stuff in it. And what do? Irritate the skin, right? This has an anti-irritant. So not only are you getting rid of the mat, but you're putting an anti-irritant in there. So soothes the irritated skin. It's not harsh on the coat. It's not harsh on the skin. So it's great for detangling. Also, I'm going to explain how to use it in another form and fashion. And that'll be a little bit down the PowerPoint that doesn't work. So great for dematting coat on any dog, any breed. It's also a tangle preventative. This is
spilling it.
Oh. Okay, what stays in this room, what happens in this room. It's a tangle preventative, which that's how I'm going to show you how to use it in a different way. I had never heard of that. When I found out about it, I thought that was pretty neat. Oh wow, so some type of protected layer that keeps the static from connecting and creating mats and tangles.
I'll take 10 bottles.
Huh?
I'll take 10 bottles.
And it's very, very cheap. Surprisingly cheap. It's one of the cheapest products they offer, and it's one of the best. So you could buy without having a heart attack every time you buy it. Leaves the coat soft and shiny. Can be used as a scissoring spray. So that's the other form of fashion. If it's too strong, I like to dilute it a little bit with water, but I and the company suggest that you don't dilute it. Works great as a scissor spray. Keeps the hair where you want it. Keeps the hair from falling. Keeps the static. It's great.
Concentrate is concentrate?
It's not concentrate.
No, I mean, you're using it straight from the bottle as a...
You use it straight from the bottle
spray?
as a scissoring spray. I like to dilute it a little bit because I get crazy with it. So I don't want to like create curls or anything, but it's very soft and it's water based, so it doesn't kink up your hair. It doesn't, you can't use it too much. And I put it in the mister. That's what's in here. If anybody's wondering.
Yeah, where do you take that and water it down in there in the mister?
A little bit, but you don't have to. I'm crazy with it.
That's my problem.
If you're crazy with it, put a little water in there, and you're fine. It's not gonna
That's a good thing to know.
weigh the hair down. But suggested to use it straight. Oh.
The bottle?
Please.
What did you ask me
Where
again?
did you get that sprayer?
Oh, the sprayer. So Hydra should be coming out with
We
this.
will have this for Intergroom.
Intergroom, April.
April.
So after April, anybody wants an actual Hydra automatic spray, we'll have it after April. And if any of you guys use any of these before?
Yeah, they're great.
So it's like continuous spray. It can't be lethal, so you have to be.
Just going home with me.
Mama actually has that anyway.
So 30% more than a gallon. So when you guys look at the prices towards the end of the day is when you guys will be able to purchase products. We're not going to let you purchase anything until the end of the day. There's a reason behind it. So there's 30% more, which bumps up the price. They are strong and concentrated, so we can mix them. So now we're gonna go back to the prep. So everybody knows how to wash a dog, right? And how many people do 2 baths? Should see like everybody's hand. Right?
33. Depending on
Oh, what's the dog? Yeah, you got it. So there's a lot of us do double baths, right? Double dips. Call them double dips, right? You gotta make sure they're clean. Now, how many times do you guys wash your hair twice?
Why
Double time, you know, a little extra, little spring cleaning.
What do you mean? Like put 2 dogs together?
Oh, the squeak test. The squeak test.
And if it's squeezing, it's like, okay, it's clean.
So we're usually taught to make sure the dog squeaks and it's clean, to do 2 baths. Mobile groomers, we don't have time to do 2 baths, right? Oh, you do. Get it, girls. Get it, girl. All right, so, but usually, you know, 2 baths, it kills time. It really does. And if you have to do two baths, I'm going to explain to you the best way to get 2 baths and why you would be doing 2 baths. Not necessarily getting the dog clean, but the dog actually smelling good and lasting. So we always use a great smelling shampoo, and what happens? 2 days later, that dog that looks like it never went to the damn groomer, right? Right? So prolonged longevity of the fragrance and scent is critical onto what I'm going to show you about the double dip. They call it double dip. But time management. There's a lot of times where we just you really shouldn't be doing 2 baths. And then if you're spending 60, 70, 80, or 100, depending on what shampoo you guys are buying now, on a gallon of shampoo, and you're doing double baths, double dips, you're spending more money, you're spending more time, and it just doesn't balance, right? So you're ensuring us go to school. I'm a teacher. I teach to make sure the dog is clean. You do 2 baths, and then once you learn how to like clean the dog, then I tell you stop. It should be clean on 1 bath. So extra soft. I stick the dog in the tub. I start with the face. I always start with the face if the product is diluted. So as you can see right here, it does not have a dilute button. There's no button here. There's the dilute button. I call it the button. It says 10 to 1, right? So there's no dilute button. So we do not suggest to dilute this product. This product is super hypo. You got that client. We all have that client.
Yeah.
Oh, no cologne, no this.
Oh my gosh.
I'm allergic. And, so we all have that client. This is the shampoo to go for. It's the safest shampoo I think that's available out there right now in the market. It's sulfate free. It's really good for the dog. Really good for the skin. And cleans. And it has a light mint scent. So if you got that stinky face and you think this is going to get rid of the stinky face, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to get rid of the stinky, atrocious face that we can't get rid of the scent because it's so soft. But I like to use a hypoallergenic shampoo on the dogs that are not so stinky on the face to make sure the dog is really clean, face and all. So I start with the face. I apply the product direct to the face. If you have to wet, because it is direct, you're probably going to have to wet the face really quick to lather the shampoo up. So suggested not to dilute. Once you do the face, then you can move to the body. As the soap sits on the face, you go to the body. Okay, when you go to the body, for this dog, I used Extreme on the jacket. It's the only time where I used 2 shampoos on this dog. I'll show you another way to use 2 shampoos and prolong. But I use Extreme. Extreme is a clarifying shampoo. Cleans exfoliates, clarifies this the coat. It's concentrated, so it goes 4-to-1. Not as strong as the other ones, but you can dilute it 4-to-1. I'm going to show you right now how this 4-to-1 and 10-to-1, because when I discovered 10-to-1, 4-to-1, that's not what we're used to, right? What are we used to? 50-to-1, 30-to-1. So we hear 10-to-1, we're like, whoa, that's like weak. But it's not. It's just a different way of looking at it. So it's only on this bottle. If you look at this bottle, on the side it has 1-to-10 and 1-to-4. So what you're gonna do is 4-to-1. I'm gonna fill this up. I'm gonna fill a water line up to right there. Everybody can see it. Everybody see it? 4-to-1. 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 I know some of you guys are like, come on, I know this already. Bear with me. So the rest, I'm probably gonna let this out so we're not here all day. Very thick and clear, as you can see. And you're gonna fill it up. Let me see if I can't see it.
I have been doing that.
There we go. Perfect. Alright, this bottle's gonna go on discount.
Okay.
Now, we got the perfect mix. So 10-to-1 is the same thing. You're gonna do the same thing on the other side. You're gonna fill it up all the way up there. It's for the stronger ones. And you're only gonna need a little bit of product. Put it in, mix it up. And then you use this whole thing on one dog, right?
No.
Alright, just test it. Just test it. Alright, so there's your dilute.
That's true.
Wash the jacket, it clarifies the skin. He's a hand strip dog. Not really, but I want to clarify the skin as good as possible. Clean them and not use anything harsh. As you can see, it's clear. So there's no color extract, there's nothing crazy in there. So it's very, very clean. And that's how you mix the bottles. So when you grab your regular Paw Brothers or whatever kind of dilution bottle you have at the shop, you're not going to find 10-to-1 or 4-to-1. We usually give these away for free. Eventually they're going to be for sale, but for now they're free. So when you do buy your products, make sure you get at least one of these or two. One for your face, one with this product and that product. And every time this runs out, you can fill it up that way. So you can tell, how many dogs do you think? Let's see what you guys are thinking over here.
Well, one husky.
4 dogs. 4 dogs. Huh? This size.
No, that size dog.
Yeah. 4 to 5. So 4 to 5 bass. That's what you're using. Okay, and there's still.
5 schnauzers in that one?
Yeah. Try it. Okay. All right, so I don't have one, but I would say
I've used the extreme in it with her.
4 seconds.
Yeah.
Squirt 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough for your recirculating. Anybody use a recirculating? 4 or 5 seconds. Squirt. I mean, we really don't know how much we're putting in there, how much water is in there, so it dilutes pretty good. I mean, you can see how. And you can see. Like, it's almost confusing to drink it. Kind of strange.
How does the thickness work with a bathing system like the Davis bathing system?
Okay, so that's a great question. I have been going back and forth with Angelica and Marley, the owner. She came to Bosch and asked me about it. Oh, did you hook it up? And I tried it. It's too thick. It's too thick. And you have to water it down. Now, exactly how to do it, I haven't even gotten into that part to figure out exactly what's going to make it work. But I do know when you do fill up with water, you're prone to bacteria in the bottle. You're gonna have to shake the bottle. It's so it's something that we're gonna work on. I'm gonna try on the odor neutralizer and the moist. It's probably my first two I'm gonna tackle. I'm going to Brazil in a couple of weeks, meet with the owners, and go over those specific details and trying to get a kind of like the same shampoo but in a different dilution specifically for a bathing system. But right now it's thick. You can see most of them are very thick, which is good. Very good. We're used to like that watery, stick it in the Hydra surge and we're good to go, right? So it's kind of what we're used to. It's very new. It's very people based. So how they focus on hair for people is what they're doing for dogs now. It says wet the coat thoroughly, right? If you have a diluted bottle and you're not using extra soft, don't wet the coat. You're wasting time. While there's water in here, it's gonna lather up. So squirt the dog, clean the dog, and then you can move on to the legs. Or, in this case, if it wasn't the Schnauzer, your first bath, your first dip, which is the odor neutralizer. This one's 10-to-1, so same thing, little product in here. Same thing, do not wet the coat because it's diluted, it already has water. By adding water, we're wasting time, that's precious, and we're also creating a barrier. So you're putting a barrier on the coat, takes longer for the shampoo to penetrate to the follicle and the skin. So you want to make sure your water's already in here. So there's no need to wet the dog and create a barrier or a wall that's going to keep the shampoo from doing its best job. So if it's not dilute and it's extra soft, you want to wet the coat thoroughly. This is odor neutralizing system, prolonged fragrance after bath. So this is what I'm talking about. If you want that super clean dog and you want it to smell good for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I promise you it will stay clean and smelling good for 2 to 3 weeks. If you use this as your first rinse or first and second rinse. But this knocks it out and leaves a fresh, very fresh, clean scent behind. Fast drying. How many of you guys spend a lot of time drying dogs? Sometimes you don't know why.
Like 20 minutes.